Hey everybody, this is TJR.
And this is Superfan.
We're here with our little compadre. And newly arrived is the latest record of the month selection from Vinyl Me Please. And we're gonna open this up and check it out together. I'm rather excited about this release. I've read about it. Prior to prior to hearing about this, I only heard about this album through Vinyl Me Please. I did not know this record existed. I did not know who this group was. Knew nothing about them. And let's open it up and I'll talk more. Here we go. And all right. Let's show this to y'all here. Let me get my glasses real quick here. And
Four Eyes.
look who's talking. Miss
Yeah.
Four Eyes herself. Now everybody knows you wear glasses.
Now they'll be able to find me when I'm walking down the street.
Exactly. So here we go. This is the album. Black Nasty, Talking to the People. And real quick here, I will read the hype sticker for you here. Black Nasty, Talking to the People. And they actually put AAA, meaning this is analog, all analog. Analog sourced to analog media. Lacquer's cut from the original master tapes by Ryan Smith, Sterling Sound. Pressed on 180-gram black vinyl. Listening notes booklet by Andrew, let's see if I can read it, pronounce it here. Winstorfer, hopefully I've said that right. That was my best try. There we go. And back cover right here. And let's go ahead here. We're going to look at the Obi strip here and read some information here on this. There's always a risk you run when championing a record like Talking to the People of overstating your case. There's generally an easy to grapple with reason why something that the vast majority of the listening public hasn't listened to hasn't been heard. Poor distribution, something slightly missing in the singles, critical misunderstanding, bad timing, all those things that have coalesced to make many deserving records lose out on their just desserts. But pressing play on Talking to the People really does feel like something revelatory, sorry, said that wrong. Something transcendent. It's like if the Barclays of the early 70s had a woman on the mic, or if Funkadelic leaned more into rock, or if Sly Stone had half the budget. It's an album that feels contemporary. It almost predicts black genre experimentalists like Salt, but also fits so neatly in with everything happening in Detroit and Memphis funk in 1973. It also makes perfect sense why this wouldn't have set the world on fire, but why, after its release, Stax meaning Stax Records, dropped Black Nasty in time for the label to go bankrupt in 1975. It's too rock for the funk fans, too funk to ever get played on rock radio, not psychedelic enough to catch on with people dropping acid and listening to Maggot Brain. It failed to find an audience because the audience it predicts, the musical omnivore who could see the strands between everything, hardly existed in earnest by then. But listening today, it's almost too easy to find something to love. And so, I read about this record and I immediately went to go see if I could hear it. And the crazy thing was, this record wasn't on any streaming services that I could find. Yeah, it just wasn't there. And so but I did find it on YouTube. The album had been posted on YouTube and I listened to it there. And I was really knocked out by it. I thought, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get this. And so let me go ahead here. I just thought it was just so badass sounding when I heard it. So here we are now. This is a really nice gloss finish here. Nice gloss finish on the back. Yeah, very thick protective cardboard here. Here is the record. And we're on standard black vinyl on this one here. Even though it's not colored vinyl, I think I'll just pull it out here. And we'll take a look here at it. I have a feeling it's going to be a little tough to get out the first time. It's not going to just slide out easy. So I've got my record butler here. There we go. Pull that out. There we go. Very nice. Yeah. It's in a polyline sleeve. And let's see here. Ah, there is something else in here. I can feel it.
There you know he is.
Let's see here. Ah, yep, here we go. We've got a little Guga here. Let's take this off here.
It looks like a booklet.
It is a booklet. Yeah, this is the exclusive liner booklet liner notes here. This is different from ones in the past where they've been more like a standard booklet. Here it's just like this little, it looks like a little like date book maybe, or like a little mileage book almost. But you know, I still use little mileage books in the car to write down mileage. I'm old fashioned with that. There we go.
I keep telling him there's an app for it. He doesn't
Yeah.
have to keep track, but
No, I don't want to use an app. I want to just do it manually. And
Woman, don't tell me what to do.
Exactly. And that's how I talk to her. There we go. VMP Classics. And so there it is. I'm going to go give this a listen. You've probably already gotten a good idea of what this album sounds like just from what I read on the on the Obi strip. But I'm going to go give it a listen and maybe come back and say it a little bit more. Okay, just finished listening to side 1, and it's better than I remember. The record sounded, just sound quality, just fantastic sounding.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, wow. And vinyl was just as clean as a whistle, pulling it out and putting it on the platter there. I gave it the obligatory carbon fiber brush sweep that I do anytime I put a record on the turntable. I always do a quick little, carbon fiber brush. But man, it sounded great. But the music, it was everything they described that I read to you on the Obi strip, and then more. Really nasty grooves. Great musicianship. I think the part that really stood out for me was reflected in the comments in the OB about how too rock for funk, too funk for rock. And there was a real emphasis on guitar, on really mean, nasty guitar riffs, and also a real emphasis on guitar solos, and some really good guitar playing, which I'm always appreciative of as a guitarist. But yeah.
It sounds like something that could have been released today.
Yeah, the first track, it's called the first track, which is the title track, Talking to the People, reminded me, I looked at you after listening for a couple bars and I said, it sounded like Lenny Kravitz before Lenny Kravitz. That whole funk rock hybrid sound, even the vocal delivery reminded me of that opening track, reminded me of Lenny Kravitz. I have to assume that he has this album, that he's heard it. I'm guessing, I don't know. But yeah, and then like the last track, which was called Black Nasty Boogie, that one felt very Doors-like when they would do like things like Roadhouse Blues. It had that very kind of rollicking blues sound.
Yeah, and it was very live.
Very live sounding. Yeah, the piano just had that very kind of like, rollicking rockabilly type of piano playing on it. In fact, I kind of also thought it sounded very much like a mix between rockabilly and funk, if you can imagine that. Yeah.
Now I can.
Yeah, you can now. I couldn't have imagined it till I heard that song. But yeah, I can't wait to now flip over and listen to side 2. It's always great to just to discover a lost classic. And I read in the liner notes booklet that was included here, this was their only album. This was it. Such a shame. And it's such a shame this album, for whatever reason, just didn't catch on. Oh, yeah, another really cool little fun fact. Speaking of guitars, some of the members of this band had a prior band called ADC. It morphed into this band here, Black Nasty. An early version of ADC featured Ted Nugent in it. You know, crazy. That, you know, so I guess there was always kind of an interest in the rock and funk fusion right from the start. But yeah, it's always cool to find these, just to be able to discover a lost classic and really, you know, get to know and appreciate it. And I would definitely want to recommend this album to friends and to you watching out there. But I would definitely recommend this album to anybody, unless you really have a distaste for funk and soul, which I can't imagine why you would. But
to each their own.
To each their own, yeah. But yeah, great sounding album. You know, I was thinking, as I was listening to it, I almost thought I'd like to recommend this on the Music is Still Good show that Robert and I do. But then I realized, no, this album's from 1973. Even though, like you were saying, it feels like it could have come out today.
Yeah, they were definitely ahead of their time.
Yeah, this was 1973. And on the show that Robert and I do, I don't know if you caught it before, it's called Music is Still Good, where we discuss new modern releases. And because we're always hearing people say, oh, modern music sucks. And no, there's lots of great music out there. And so we're always recommending it every week. If you get a chance, check out that show. I'll leave some links in a playlist for all the episodes we've done so far. If you want to discover new music and find, you know, good records that we recommend, definitely recommend you check that out. But also, wow, of course, this is only available on Vinyl Me Please. It is on YouTube. You can stream the album on YouTube if you want to give it a listen. But the only physical copy that's available, like at this point, because this album has just been out of print for a long time, is the Vinyl Me Please version. Yeah, you might want to, if you really like it on YouTube, you might want to just purchase, even if you don't get a membership. You pay more money if you don't have a membership, but this album's really worth it. Wow. Can't wait to hear side 2. So anyways, though, if you have heard this, let me know. If you're thinking now you want to hear it, let me know. And this was this month's Vinyl Me Please selection. And we'll
have some good taste.
Yeah, we'll see what we get next month. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you like these videos, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so you never miss a video. And a big thank you to the patron supporters.
You are fierce and mighty.
Who are helping this channel to grow. And we appreciate your support. That's why patron supporters receive exclusive weekly videos that are not available here on this channel. And if you would like to be a patron supporter, go to patreon.com/TJR the original. If you can't, I understand. You can click the super thanks button if you'd like to just make a little one-time donation of whatever you want to do. And if you can't do that, you can still show your support by just clicking like. And that really helps a lot. We appreciate it. Okay, we'll see you in the next video, everybody. Bye.